What's up everybody, this is krcgaming, bringing you a quick guide on how to best build Lieutenant Morales when playing versus the AI to get to level 10 for the gold rewards, the skin variations and the master skin. I'll give you a quick overview on how the build works, then I'll show you the build itself, and lastly I'm gonna give you a few tips on the playstyle for this build. Lieutenant Morales does a very low amount of damage on her own, so this build is tailored towards keeping her minions and allies alive long enough to soak down the enemy lanes without sustaining many casualties. This will allow her to keep her minions alive while the enemy minions die, so you can get your minions in range of the enemy towers to deplete their shots as fast as possible. Since Lieutenant Morales' own damage is so low, you will pretty much only be using your auto attack to deal damage. The rest of your time you will spend trying to keep your allies and minions alive with your healing beam and safeguard. At level 1 you'll be picking up prolonged safeguard. Even though you're primarily using your healing beam, sometimes a minion or an ally will take an increased amount of damage and then you use safeguard on them. And since you can't buff your healing beam in the first talent tier, you might as well buff your safeguard. At level 4 you'll pick up bio shield. This allows your healing beam to generate a shield on a fully healed target. This makes you able to sustain a target even longer before it needs to pull back, or die in case it's a minion. At level 7 you'll pick up Irradiate. Now since you're pretty much only using your healing beam, you might as well get a little damage in as well. And Irradiate makes your healing beam target do a little AoE damage around it. At level 10 you'll pick up Medevac Dropship. Even when leveling with a friend, I'd still recommend Medevac Dropship over Stim Drone because you don't really need the extra damage. It's more about lane presence, and with Medevac Dropship you can quickly fill empty lanes left by your AI teammates. If playing with a friend or a couple of friends, you can even rush around the map clearing something like 2 bosses or a few mercenary camps if the AI teammates are present in the lanes. At level 13 you'll pick up Intensive Care. This really buffs your healing beam if kept on a target for over 3 seconds. And if you are playing with a friend and have your friend tank the shots from enemy buildings, you can pretty much tank anything at this point. If you get to level 16 before the map is clear and you've won, you'll pick up Inoculation since there's no buffs to your healing beam in this tier. You will probably never reach level 20 when playing versus the AI for XP and gold, but if you do, you should really pick up Caduceus Reactor 2.0. This will buff Lieutenant Morales' trade, so she pretty much can't run out of mana ever. Playing this build versus the AI is pretty easy, you just need to keep your healing beam on the target that's taking damage. And if the target is dropping too fast, use your safeguard. That being said, I'm just gonna give you a few tips to really optimize your gameplay. With a little clever positioning, even in the very early stages of the game, Morales' healing is strong enough to let your allies tank tower shots. You can use this to quickly deplete shots from enemy structures. After reaching level 4, when your healing beam grants a shield to a fully healed target, try and predict which minion or ally will take damage first, so you can pre-heal, giving your target a shield before entering line of fire. You can even time your safeguard to soak even more damage, so the minion or ally will die even slower, allowing you to tank more shots before needing to pull back. Don't be afraid to tank a few shots yourself. After you've been out of combat for only a short while, your trait, Caduceus Reactor, will make sure you're fully healed. After reaching level 10 and getting your Medevac Dropship, if you find yourself running low on mana, don't hesitate to port back to base to regen mana very quickly. You can be back in the lanes very fast using the Medevac. This is also a good time to check the minimap if any of your lanes are being pushed back, because you can fly in to help this lane straight out of your base. Okay, that's gonna be it for this quick guide for Lieutenant Morales. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment, it really helps a lot. You can even use the comments to suggest which guides you would like to see next. Subscribe to the channel to get more content on a regular basis. This has been krcgaming, and until next time, stay positive and keep on practicing.